Being an entrepreneur is a wonderful, wonderful occupation, but at times it's a challenge. It's not a curse, but a liability, I think, of entrepreneurs is once you get a hit, you think that, you can take any opportunity and make it a success. And that is far from the truth. You've got to focus on what you do best. And that's another thing that challenge for entrepreneurs is to stay focused. I've spent my whole career in the newspaper business. I grew up at the Kansas City Star in Kansas City, Missouri. And then from there went to St. Louis to run a group of weekly newspapers. We had a chance to go to Denver, Colorado with a big job in Denver or come to Greenville, South Carolina. And the best decision I ever made was come to Greenville, South Carolina. Second to obviously convincing my wife to marry me. We are, by every definition of the term, a team. She has been a major asset at the paper, with the business, in the community, my biggest fan and supporter, and clearly that has made a major impact with us. The concept for the journal was started in our kitchen, around the breakfast table. I mean, it is a textbook story of a startup. We knew that advertisers wanted a targeted vehicle, and we knew that readers wanted more local news and information. We knew that color was an important factor, that a convenient tabloid-sized vehicle was important, and we sat down literally with a blank piece of paper and started putting it together. I would venture every one of these interviews, you talk about the angels that come into play. Most of the time they're investors and things like that, but Doug and Lynn Greenlaw, for me, were there from the very beginning, not only to invest and support the company and get it off the ground, which they certainly did, but to stand beside me and to work with me and to be there when I needed them. Leighton Cubbage has been there. Leighton has been with us. It is one of our major investors and has been with us since before the paper was launched for 15 years. Great supporter and a great guy to have with us. We launched in '99 and we just about crashed and burned in the fall of 2008. It was very difficult. It was difficult for us. It was difficult for our advertisers. It was difficult for our vendors. And everybody locked arms and made it through it. And if we hadn't had those relationships, if I didn't have my investors behind me, if I didn't have my bank and financial supporters behind me, if we didn't have the entire entrepreneurial community that exists in Greenville, we wouldn't be talking here today. We've been very fortunate to raise our 4 boys in Greenville, South Carolina. My oldest son, Ryan, is 30. My middle son, William, is 28. And I have a set of identical twins, Jack and Jeff, that are 26. They all had very different ideas of what they wanted to do with their careers. But Ryan, having spent the time in real estate, decided to come back and help us. When he came back in, that's quite frankly where Town Magazine came from. Also, the Upstate Business Journal has been one of our biggest hits since we launched the newspaper in 1999. And he brought the Upstate Business Journal to our company and to the market. So having him by my side also, there's nothing better than working with one of your boys. There's a lot going on in Greenville, and we consider that we're a partner in that. And I think all of us would like to live in this community and leave it better than we found it, and I think we're heading in that direction.